Hail and welcome to Shoemakers Hall, a video series of the Austria community. This episode we're going to do something a little bit different. Decided to open it up for a Q&A. Went on our sites on Facebook and Twitter, asked for your questions, and got a number of them. So we're going to go through those real quick. Let's start with this one. From Dan, asked, do I have a patron god or goddess? If so, how did you pick him or her? Or were you the one that got picked? Great question. I do have a patron god. My patron god is Odin, and he picked me. How he picked me is I was going through a guided meditation with some drums, and in that meditation I saw myself flying as Munin, and saw myself flying around the Yggdrasil. During the flight I saw Odin hung from the tree, and he looked up, pointed at me, and says, "You have been chosen." At that point I knew I was an Odinsman and have dedicated myself to him, and I've been very happy with it ever since. He's been done great things for me, and he has tested me time and again. He will do that. Here's some Twitter questions. If I can open it up here. Let's see. Any tips on meditation for a person with ADD? I find it hard to concentrate. The more you try, the harder it's going to be. I've known a few people with ADD, and what you need to do is take it in small chunks. Don't try to overdo it all at once. That's just my opinion. I'm no doctor. But don't try to do too much at once. Take it in little steps and little bits. It may take some time to do. Don't get too frustrated with it. Definitely keep going, and just little bits at a time is be my opinion. Here's another one. Are there many people who become Austria because of the comics? Possibly. Maybe. I've been collecting comics for 30 years. The first time I heard of Thor, Asgard, Odin, Loki, all of that was through Marvel Comics. I did not know that they got it so wrong, but you have to understand that when Stan Lee created Thor comics and most of the Marvel universe, he did it for children's entertainment. He did not go out trying to make people mad. It was for pure entertainment, and I personally think that it's great. People ask me about Thor, and I get a chance to educate them. So here's another question. Do you see comics and fiction as a hindrance or a blessing to Austria? I see it as a blessing because it gives us a chance to educate people. Yes, a lot of it's wrong, but that's our time to shine, show what we know. What is my opinion on how to get more people aware of the old gods and follow them? We got to be open with it. It can't be hidden. We need to be out there keeping the gods alive, doing bloats, doing rites, not being closed-minded, being open about it, being willing to talk about them with everyone, and being willing to see other people's point of view as well. Their path is not our path, and they should have the same respect we believe we should get for following our path. So to get more people aware of the old gods, reading, talking about it, being more open. What should happen to Austria to grow to a point we once were? Well, I don't think it ever will be. The world's changed too much. We have to, like I said, be open about it. Keep the faith within ourselves, to be true to ourselves, and as long as we're true to ourselves, don't worry about the world. There's too much strife over religion as it is. Be true to yourself and make it what it needs to be for you. My brother is Baptist. I don't worry about his religion. He doesn't worry about mine. We just stay true to ourselves and follow our own paths. How does one convert to be a heathen? Well, I don't think you convert. I think it's a path you are called to. It's inside of you. It talks to you constantly. If you're on a different path before this, somehow I think you know you're on the wrong path. I did. I studied many different religions. I mean, I studied Gnosticism, Christianity, Judaism. I studied for years before I found this path, but once I found it, I knew I was on the right one. What are things that every heathen Ashtar must do or believe? Well, that's just it. There's no dogma. A lot of it is unverified personal gnosis, UPG. What must we believe? That the gods are real. The gods speak to us. They are our gods. Do I believe there's a cosmic cow that created everything? I believe there was an entity, maybe not necessarily a cow. I believe in giants, definitely. Do I believe they were, 80 feet tall? No, but as a race, I do believe they were here. You have to believe in the gods in order to be Asatru. There's no point in being Asatru if you don't believe in them. What counts as a fake heathen? That's an interesting question. I think anyone who wears Mjolnir as a fashion statement could be considered fake. I have not really found that many fake heathens out there. Some people consider me a fake heathen because I'm a universalist. I don't believe that to be true. Everyone's path is different. It's not up to us to judge. It's up to the gods to worry about that. We have to be true to ourselves, be true to the gods. The fake heathens will weed themselves out. Let's see, and the final question, if I can get it pulled up correctly here. This is a question that's very interesting. Hi Bret, I lead an LGBTIQ organization here in Buffalo. I was wondering how might the Northern European Path Heathenry Asatru be of help to the LGBTIQ community? So often the LGBTIQ community has been pushed away by the mainstream Abrahamic religions for being who they are. What can Heathenry Northern European Path Asatru do for this community? Be yourself, okay? We don't have a Bible that says being gay is bad. That's a personal choice. We are here at the Asatru community and myself, we're universalists. It doesn't matter what race, what sex, or what sexual preference you have, as long as you honor the gods and be true to them. What can we do? We can allow you to be yourself. Now, there are some people, even Asatru, are out there that don't have the same standpoint that I do. You're going to find that in everything. What can we do for this community? Well, I'm going to answer your question with a question. What do you want us to do? We need more information here. We can make a network. We can do whatever you need to be done. We will not turn our backs on our LGBTIQ community. They are part of our brotherhood, and we're lucky to have them. Well, those are the questions I got. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be doing a Q&A every once in a while. As Winter Nights is coming up, I hope you enjoy your Winter Night celebration, and I'll see you around the web.